What's up, everybody? What's up? We finally have made it. Welcome back to On the Warpath. And why do we have double signs? You know why? Because your boy's an idiot. There we go. Boom. Now we're good. Now it looks good, right? Welcome back to On the Warpath. It is Sanchez 405 Corey, as the name states. If you're new to the channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, because I think, we less than 50 away from hitting 3K. So we're on the warpath to 3K. So y'all make sure you like and share this video out as well. Appreciate y'all all the support you're giving us, because y'all know what we do here. We talk Washington Commanders. And yes, week 1, FedEx Field, 1 o'clock Sunday on Fox. We won't be here. We'll be live. We'll be live at the game. So make sure y'all watch that. But we got to preview these Jacksonville Jaguars, the Duval Kitties themselves. So I thought of somebody who is on the comeback as well, who was out of the game for a little bit, kind of like Dougie P, right? So I decided to bring back everybody's favorite repo man this week. And he'll probably tell you something different. I think repo sounds better. We bring on the second most pettiest man in Commander's hood, Paulie P. What's up? Paulie from the Peninsula. What's up, Paulie?
Hail to the Commander.
Oh, God.
Hail to the W, man. What's good?
What's good with you,
Petty
brother?
C.
Yes,
Petty C.
It's Petty C season now.
Oh, yeah, man. Hey, man, it's time to put the peanut butter to the jelly.
There you go. Let's go. Yep, there you go. Ice to the cream. Pause. But anyway, good to have you on.
But we ain't got two things that match.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's fine. We already started off the rails, man, but it's good to have you back. Shout out to Dump Truck Don in the 757.
Don representing the 757 now.
Door Gunner up in here. Carlton's up in the house. What's up? And
do that dance, Carlton.
There you go. Who? Let's see here. And then we got Corey Lott up in here. What's up, Corey? We always know he's got the best name up in here.
Corey Jr.
There you go. No, that's Corey. That would probably be Corey Sr. because he looked a little bit older. This brother. And then the Reverend Dr. Bishop Armand Brown.
Man, Armand you don't know no Reverend Dr. Bishop Armand Brown.
He is. He is. That's exactly what he is. Reverend. Brandon says 11-6. Let's drink the Kool-Aid.
Now let's drink the Henny. I like that though. 11-6. We're gonna drink the Henny on that one though.
We're gonna drink the Henny. The Henny has gone bad according to some people, and no,
Henny
we're on.
Goes bad.
Yeah, well, you never know. Some people might not like it. But we talked about last week real quick. We ain't gonna go too far into last because everybody covered it at nauseam. Actually, it was on Ed Oliver's channel last Wednesday, so the timing didn't work out for the show this week, last week. But talk about the 53-man roster. We've got some friendly faces back on the roster. Your boy, Paulie. Like, do you want me to explain what happened when I called you and everything?
See, what happened was, I ignored your first call.
Right.
Then I had to get my Henny together to even comprehend of what was going on out there in Asbury.
Oh my gosh. So I called Paulie. I was like, oh my God. Obviously, y'all know what we're talking. We're talking about the John Bostic re-signing. And I sat there and I was at work when I found out about it. And I look, and I'm like, I said, no, this can't be. Matt Paris, I think, had put the tweet out first from the Washington Times. I said, it can't be. I said, this ain't right. I said, this is like you going back and you going back into the trash can to get that bloody Band-Aid to use it again the next day, and it's got the little brown spot on it. That's exactly what it is. You call him can't get right.
Captain Attaboy.
Yeah, Captain Attaboy. Hey, well, he can teach the kids about real estate investment because he's smart in that degree. But I was like, we going back to the same old thing. A guy who's coming off a pec injury, linebackers, upper body strength, it is what it is. But he's coming back, and
that's about right.
Yeah,
that's about right for him. A pecking. That's all he does. He peck the players. Peck.
Pause.
He don't tackle. He don't hit. He pecks. Peck.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, I mean, you look at last year, he only played in what was it, 4 games. He was tore his pec in the after the Atlanta game. So he was gone for the rest of the maybe we won more games if John Bostic was out there, y'all. I don't know. But I wasn't too inclined on having him coming back here. I thought, why you go back to that well? I say, and at this point, if you really was going to re-sign him at the end of the day, why didn't you just bring him back during free agency?
You know why?
Why?
Because once again,
I'm thinking like a sensible person.
This organization has rabbit ears, which they should never do.
That's true.
And they was worried about the backlash from the fans.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at the end of the day, they're still trying to sell tickets. You know, they still want people to come to the game. They want people to come to the rallies. They want people to buy the gear and the merchandise. So, you know, I mean, come on. Everybody in I was going to say Redskin Nation, everybody in the Commander Brigade wanted this guy out of here.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So, you know, it's all about, hey, what my man Doc Walker always say, we lead the league in marketing.
And we do. We do. We lead the lead in marketing. And as some people say, they don't like that marketing term ignite, but we still use it. And we find a way to ignite this fan base every day of the week. And yeah, and you know, you go back and you look at it as well, that first 53-man roster. I mean, they had 4 cornerbacks on there. And now you look at this week's depth chart on the flip card. You've got all your back. So you have on your backup. So you're one injury away from a guy who was released from the 49ers, who was a 7th-round pick, and Tyreek Castro Fields. You also have Rashad Wildgoose, who's backing up Kendall Fuller. So if he goes in, so one of these guys who was just signed last week could play significant time on Sunday. Like they've played no downs with this team.
Well, can I say something about that, man?
Go ahead.
You know what? I hear what you're saying with all that, but I'd rather them make a move like that. You know, because evidently, not Wild Goose, but what's my other guy name? Rashad.
You talking about Tyreek Castro Fields?
Tyreek Castro.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Evidently, they like what they're seeing from Castro, probably scouting Jahan Dotson.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so in saying that, I'd rather them make a move like that, where you bringing in some young guys, a guy that you liked, you coveted. Maybe you didn't get your opportunity. Maybe you just didn't fit into what the 49ers was doing. Or maybe the 49ers just had a little bit too much depth at their position.
Yeah,
where maybe they thought they could take a chance on bringing them back to their practice squad or so. We don't know. We don't know what happened out to San Fran. But my whole point is, I'd rather them make that move than bring back a John Bostic. I'd rather them would have brought in a young linebacker. You know, it's called, you know, player development and developing a roster. You know, not treading water and moving backwards.
Mm-hmm.
You don't break up with your girlfriend to go back with her 6 months later.
I mean, she can cook good. Why not?
Hey, man, not if you done broke up with her 2 times already.
That 3rd time's always the charm, though.
Hey, look, I just my opinion, man. I really don't see nothing wrong with the whole Wild Goose and the Castro move. You know, I mean, hey, they're young guys. You feel like they might could give you something that we don't have.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But that whole Bostic move, man, that's my whole problem with the Bostic move. Is like, come on now, like we done ate that sandwich already. You know what I mean? The sandwich is not good. Mm-hmm. For 3 years, that sandwich wasn't good. So now you're telling me you just gonna go back in the mix with them? I can't get down with that. I can't get jiggy with that.
I can't get jiggy with this. It looks like you done bit off more than you can chew. And, you know, I said, I was kind of sitting here like a conspiracy theorist the other day. I said, you go back and get John Bostic. I said, you really didn't make any moves on the defense all offseason as far as like free agency goes. Or really in the draft, Darren Mathis was your top defensive pick. And you let Tim Settle walk. You let Ioannidis walk, which was the bread and butter of your defense, right? Corey thinks this. I think this sets up for a setup of Jack Del Rio. And I
Oh, we
think,
talked about that too. Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
you and I
Oh,
talked
yeah.
about this off air,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
said this on George's show, and I think I'm gonna say this on it's setting up Jack Del Rio. And I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it. I'm not going to, but it looks like all the and we know nothing about this. This is all speculation. But if you look at it, they did absolutely nothing to this defense. And they spent pennies where they spent bricks on the offense for the most part. And you can say maybe they didn't have any money or whatever that may be. But there was no clear concerted effort on this front office, on Ron them, to go out and improve this defense. They were cool with what they had. The biggest the biggest free agent signing was Bobby McCain coming back.
Hey, well, look.
There you go.
I hear what you're saying, but I said that. I've been saying this all along. You know, it's hard for teams to build a team and to have two dominant sides of the ball. And they clearly put their eggs in the defensive basket the past couple of years. And for whatever reason, personnel or coaching wise, they don't feel like that's been moving along fast enough for them.
Right.
So now they switched over to the offensive side of the ball, which I don't see anything wrong with. You have to have one dominant side and then bring the other side along and play complementary football.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I really don't have a problem if they feel like, okay, let's just go out and score a bunch of points this year and bring this defense along with the talent that they have and the core players that they have. But you got to be smart about it too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say it again. Bringing back John Bostic is not smart. You know what I mean? Bringing back Bobby McCain is not smart. These are two players who's made no plays, and I guarantee you, Bostic will be in the game at some point on Sunday. I guarantee you he'll be in that rotation on Sunday.
Which I thought was interesting too. They don't have him listed as the Mike, like a backup for the Mike linebacker.
They have him on the outside.
They have him on the outside.
Jamin Davis.
Exactly. Which I thought was a little interesting there because he had been the Mike linebacker there for a little bit.
And out of the two linebackers, Jamin Davis had a better preseason than Cole Holcomb.
Absolutely. Ain't no doubt about it. And I mean, that's comparing apples to oranges in respect. Armand Brown saying Bostic is a defensive line version of Taylor Heineke. I'll let you take that one, Paul.
No. Look, man, Heineke could win games for us. He won 7 of them last year. Bostic don't do nothing for the defense, but run up behind the player, tap him on his head and say, "Attaboy, good tackle." Or when the passing game, he runs in the wrong direction. Look, I just don't understand the whole Bostic, man. If you want to coach, I mean, do like you did with Ryan Kerrigan. Bring him on as a linebacker coach.
Mm-hmm.
Something, but I wouldn't say he's the equivalent of Heineke. At least there's a value of having Heineke on the sideline with a clipboard.
There you go. Well, the good reverend has lied to us there, Armand. Don Wilson, the 757's player hater. Silky Johnson himself says Bama said they need help in linebacker, so they draft one in 2 years and ain't signed nobody. There you go. Right?
Yeah. Hey, Don, you right on point with that one, bro.
Ain't hate. That's it. That's straight up facts right there. See, we don't always think it's hate. That's facts right there, bro. Luck says Cowboys Dookie Water. Luck says Eagles Dookie Water, and the Giants as well. I agree with you.
Agreed.
Yes. And what they say? They said Castro's good at playing zone, which is Del Rio's bread and butter. They should have signed Blake Martinez on the waiver front from the Giants.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda at this point, bro. I ain't even trying to be funny about that.
He's still out there too. So, but he's coming off the ACL injury. I find it funny that nobody wanted to claim any of Washington's players released. There was a lot of teams that were out there like that too. But I mean, it does it puts things in perspective for sure. I remember Doc was joking about that, but
I don't know. I ain't too much of a believer in that, man. My thing with that whole situation is teams are already invested in their draft picks,
All right.
and they're not necessarily going to give up on a draft pick for somebody else's draft pick or for somebody else's player that they have already seen 2 or 3 years previously.
Right.
Where I guarantee you, they got them in the back of their mind, or they got them in their notebook somewhere, on their board somewhere, saying, "Hey, just in case." You know what I mean? So this part of the year, you pretty much know who you want on your team and who you don't want on the team. This is about that 54 through 65 player on your roster. You know what I mean? That comes out and surprise you and can earn a spot or get on that practice squad. So I don't really take too much heat into it. They didn't pick up none of our players. Well, if they wanted that player from the jump, I mean, 9 times out of 10, they would have got him.
Right. What's up, Dubs? Dubs shouting out folks there. Our guy, the Beard, what's up? Hey, man, I like that.
The Beard. What up, Beard?
Hey, Beard, I might have to get you back on again this year when we previewing. Hit them DMs, bro. The biggest
Beard owe me some money.
Beard owe you money? Let's see
he owe me no money, man. I'm just joking.
You gonna try? Call everybody. Is his name Willie? Is his name Willie Jackson? Like, what does he owe? Willie Simmons. Everybody. Willie Simmons owe everybody money.
Willie Simmons owe me money, bro.
Armand. Look. See, well, we got Armand up here. He's stealing the money from the people. Let's see here. The biggest free agent signing was J.D. McKissick, spurning the Bills. There you go. That goes to the point. Like, nobody wants to be here. And there you go. And hit that like button. Yes, sir. Can our secondary matchup, and we're going to get into that here in a moment, but wanted to touch that stuff just for a little bit. Pause. Does Jonathan Williams get a bulk of the workload while B-Rob is on the shelf? What do you guys think? I mean, as far as the roster goes, he is where am I looking at? He's the third running back on the roster right now, and we know that J.D. McKissick isn't a handoff type guy,
but he is when they want him to be.
Right, when they want
this is gonna be Gibson getting the load, McKissick getting a couple carries here and there. The only way you'll see Robinson, you might see, not Robinson. What's his name? Yeah, Robinson. Only way not Robinson. What's my man name? They talking about the backup. Williams. What's his name? Jonathan Williams.
Jonathan Williams. Yeah,
that's what he's talking about, right?
Yeah.
The only way you see him get in there is if injury.
I think you'll see like 5, 6, or if Gibson gets a case of puberty and starts dropping the balls there, that I think that you'll also see a little bit more Jonathan Williams, because I think that line has been drawn in the sand with him, even with B-Rob being on the shelf for a little bit. And we don't know when he's gonna get back.
But you know what, man? Hell to the W, man. Let's not even think like that, man. Let's think my man Gibson gonna come out here and get 125 yards, 2 touchdowns,
6 fumbles,
40 yards, 3 receptions for 40 yards. You know what I mean? And no turnovers, man.
Right.
Let's be positive about this. There's no reason why we shouldn't be positive about Gibson right now. You know, proof's in the pudding. You know, we get to eat that pudding on Sunday. Pause.
I don't know if that was anything really to pause about. Who don't eat pudding on pause? It depends on what kind of. Hell, is it? Never mind. Let me stop this family show. Alexander Wilson up here. Bring us back there. The main problem is this team thinks it's better than what it is. I don't necessarily think that's a problem, but I get where you're saying.
I don't. I'm tired of hearing that.
They believe if the team didn't get hit with COVID last year, they would have been in the playoffs.
Nah, I don't believe that. I just think that's a narrative a lot of talking heads like to talk about, and that's a narrative.
There was only one game. There was really only one. And
that was the Eagles game.
That first Eagles game.
That's a narrative Ron like to bring up here and there, and just the quiet pundits out there.
He is the team though.
Yeah, but I mean that's just him being positive about a bad situation. Yeah. I don't really think they believe that, man. Come on, we know what the downfall was last year. Defense.
Yep, defense. No quarterback.
It wasn't even the quarterback. It was defense. No, Corey, think about it. The man won 7 games with a bad defense. Defense.
And I
just can't say the man. the offense was able to win 7 games. Because I can't name not one game where I said the defense won this game. Can you think of a game of last year?
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay?
They had 2 picks on Brady.
Yeah. But we also had two. The offense also had 2 what 20 plus drives of a 15 play drive and a 20 play drive to end the game.
Carolina, the defense came through.
I don't see.
I mean,
I give you Tampa Bay just because they're going up against Brady.
The Raiders, they held them to 15 points. I mean,
that's
they held
running
Seattle
game, running game.
Seattle was running
offense,
game.
running game.
Seattle was running game.
Wilson. Hold on, they almost gave that game up.
And the offense was starting to throw the ball across the yard.
Well, that's the problem. We didn't have a throwing offense. And everybody would say Heineke. See, you're always getting me in defending Heineke's situation.
No, it was the man first. You get your hold on, y'all. Whoa, pause first. Third, second time out here. Let's take it real quick. First, that's not y'all. You do this yourself. You do this is a conscious decision you make. Don't blame this on
you.
That's a conscious decision you make. Don't start. Don't get hell no. This my
you
show.
always got me defending Heineke.
You could do this on some other show Tuesdays and Thursdays. Shout out to our boys, but you can't do that on here. I'm gonna check your ass on this. Like
I don't know what show you speak of. I don't know what the hell you talking about right now, bro. On Wednesday. It is Wednesday. I'll tell you, but this holiday got me all messed up. On Wednesday, my whole point is the man was a rookie last year, bro. First year starter. For a guy, first year starter and a journeyman quarterback.
Hello, Brandon.
Okay.
29-year-old rookie.
Hey, 7 wins on a bad team, man. It's yeoman's work, and he earned him a backup quarterback spot. Is he gonna lead a 17-game season and lead you to the promised land? Probably not.
No.
You know what I mean? But if he got to come in for a quarter or 2 quarters or maybe for a game, you know what I mean, or 2 for the year, I'm fine with him, man. That's all. Let's not just bash the man like he was just straight trash. He wasn't Jake from State Farm. He wasn't Jake from State Farm. He wasn't Jake from State Farm.
He wasn't trash. I'm not saying he was trash. Have I called him trash? I never called him trash. I'm a regular dude that works a regular job. I ain't gonna call no man no trash on that. Shout out G from the shop.
Shout out G from the shop, man. You already know.
You already know. Shout out to the Water Boys. But yeah, good point there. Is Del Rio on the hot seat by midseason? If they're terrible, yeah, I think so. What about you?
He's on the hot seat right now, bro.
A little dust up, maybe. And Beard's saying
that stove is on low right now.
Yeah. James Evans. Is this James Evans from Good Times, Scratching and Surviving?
Good times.
Ain't we lucky we got him?
You know you wanted to say it.
No, it wasn't. It's hanging in the jiving.
Hanging in the child line. Hanging in the child line.
She says, hanging in the jiving. Good.
It's hanging in the child line.
No, it's not.
It is too.
We lucky we got him. Good time. You gotta go check it out. Yeah.
Hanging in the child line, man.
It's hanging in the jiving. What's that? Yeah. Well, Gibson redeems that. He gonna have the opportunity to. Yeah. He definitely.
Most
that's all
definitely.
He's working with. Let's see here. El Rafael says, I like the way my guy thinks. Good energy brings good results. Yeah.
Petty, give me a couple minutes while you roll through things, man.
That's fine. Go ahead, bro. We got you. I got you. I've been doing this solo before. Activate track. See, third down. See, you didn't already talk. You didn't already talk dangerous already, Monte. You didn't already talk dangerous, and we haven't played a down in the regular season yet. And you talking dangerous. Stop that. Crack his whack. Remember that. Stay off the weed. I'm with the positivity. My boy Hawk TV with the first super chat of the regular season. Shout out to Hawk TV. Thank you, sir, so much. It's poorly from the peninsula and not the shore. 100%. And our boy Sanchez on Warpath. Yes, sir. This game is going to be closer than a claustrophobic in an elevator with hefty people. Howl for how? I will not howl for how. Well, you didn't give to that. How? There you go. There's perfect. Appreciate that. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be like a blowout by any stretch of the imagination. Only reason why I think it'd be a blowout is if Jacksonville starts peeling away, or they find a way to pick this defense apart. Excuse me. That's the only way I think it. I think, our guys. I still think we're gonna win the game. Like I don't really go into many games thinking we're gonna lose them, but they prove me wrong more often than not. So it is what it is. So how you on here? All right. Appreciate you, bro. Hey, in chat, it's hanging in the jiving. No, Chappelle Show did not confirm it. Damn. That's the funniest thing in the world. Rest in peace, Esther Roll. Let's see, these Bamas cut after 2 weeks and brought them back to the Franks. Man, it's true. Corey, you howled so beautiful. Don't you agree? James, I can give you a hard time. I know you don't look like it. I remember you, bro. I remember you from last year, a couple of years. Yeah, I remember. I do. I really do. I know I could give you a hard time on that. But now I'm glad y'all here. But yeah, and when Paulie gets back, we'll kind of go into it a little bit more about the matchup. And we'll take a look at the Jaguars. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at the team's flip card. And we'll take a look at what they've done. Jacksonville, of course. Here's some numbers that you want to familiarize yourself with. Washington never lost to Jacksonville in Washington. They've never lost at FedEx Field or whatever iteration it's been. They have never lost up there. Also, Jacksonville, 17 consecutive losses on the road. Their last win was the last game of the Oakland Raiders. So that's another name you got to figure out. And this is Washington's third consecutive home opener. We know what happened in the first two. You beat Carson Wentz.
Say that stat again. 17 consecutive losses?
Yes, they have a full season worth of road losses. Yeah, I know. We're always the number people here.
Yeah, look, man. No, we're always a team that teams break streaks against.
We're the get right team. We're the get right team. So yeah. This is the first color. But shout out to all my people out there. Shout out to Commandus for retweeting. If you're on Twitter, appreciate y'all. Come on over to YouTube. Make sure y'all click that subscribe button. They don't lose to Detroit. They didn't lose to Detroit for over 40 years, and then they lost and haven't beat them in 6 tries. They beat them in 2019, Don, but good try, though. Good try. That was a good try. Yeah, I got you, but I know what you're talking about. Hey. Yeah, it is. That is the hate. Hey. Man, he gonna say both them Bamas was terrible, Joe. So there you go. I got it there. I just need one of the pimp hats that Don has. And I think I look good though. Shout out Stealing Wool. Right? Did I get that right, Don? Did I get that right?
Buck Nasty.
Buck Nasty. Nah, he ain't Buck Nasty. You more like Buck Nasty. Yeah, you more like Buck Nasty. He's like Don
Silky Johnson.
Yeah, Don is Silky Johnson. Like he is a classic version of Silky Johnson. Like you, a classic version of Buck Nasty, I would think.
No, I'm Buck Nasty, man. Shout out Charlie Murphy, man. R.I.P., bro. Miss you, love you. And that's the family. That's the family.
Charlie Murphy, the funnier of the Murphys. But so you look at Jacksonville here, and of course we know the storyline is going to be Dougie P versus Carson Wentz. First time that these two are meeting up since they were on the same team back in 2020. And now Dougie P's down here, took a year off, and is in Jacksonville. Also, on the Washington side, a lot of people don't realize this also, but y'all forgot our former all-pro guard, who'll probably be one of the 100 greatest Washington players in 10 years, Brandon Sheriff.
What's my man name? Naughty. Naughty love this dude.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Man, he shedded a couple of tears when he left. We still talk about him. Shout out Naughty. That's my little son. Hey, look, man, really, it ain't just Doug Peterson and Wentz. And I'm glad you said Doug Peterson. I'm glad you said coach. This is Jack Del Rio versus Press Taylor, Jacksonville first-year offensive coordinator.
But But you know that Dougie P is going to be called.
Yeah,
You know
I
Dougie P
know,
is going to
I
say
know,
that.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm just naming these dudes because I want to put the coaches on the hot seat. And this is Scott Turner against Mike Caldwell, Jacksonville's first year defensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's gonna come down to, man.
Is that the same Mike Caldwell that played in the NFL?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is.
He's a linebacker.
Linebacker played with the Ravens.
Yeah.
He played with about 6-17, matter of fact. But yeah, the same linebacker guy, journeyman linebacker. You
He
know
played
what I
with
mean?
the Colts. Did he win the Super Bowl with the Colts?
I know he played with the Ravens, Colts, Browns. Yeah, look, I don't know. I can't tell you the exact
Let me
years,
go
but
look at it.
I know he played with multiple teams.
And he's from right down the road in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. He never played for them. Okay. I'm thinking of another guy then. They played with the Browns, the Ravens, the Cardinals.
Cardinals,
That's probably
what it was.
the Eagles. That's where I probably remember him from. Played for the Bears and finished his career with the Carolina Panthers. Maybe he does he have any else?
On the run?
Mm-hmm. No, he did not.
Okay.
He did not. Which
that's about it. Yeah. He's been in the system for a while.
That's why I know him. He was on that Super Bowl team for the Panthers.
And both of the coaches got ties to Doug Peterson, so they all coached together or they coached under him, one or the other.
Yeah.
Oh, you know who else is on the coaching staff? The running backs coach, Bernie Parmalee. I know you remember Bernie Parmalee. He played with the Dolphins.
Not too long ago, didn't he?
Bernie Parmalee. Nah, this had to be what after Marino or during like the end of Marino.
Mm-hmm.
Bernie Parmalee. Remember Bernie Parmalee?
Yeah. Let's see here. Also, here's another fun fact that I just thought about this. The first player to score a touchdown in Jacksonville Jaguars history will be on the sideline for Washington on Sunday. I'm gonna give y'all a trivia. That's a trivia question. Who is this person?
Is it a trivia question?
It's not necessarily a trick. I think it's fairly easy, to be honest with you.
I mean, I know a player. I know a person who's on the sideline that played for Jacksonville Jaguars.
It's probably who you think it is.
But I don't think he necessarily should be in a position to score any points. That's why I said it's a trivia question. Let me name who it is.
No, yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, yeah.
Let's wait. Let's go. Let's
wait. Let me get into this though. Go
ahead.
Jacksonville's a dangerous team.
They are.
They're a dangerous team, and we're on the same level.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you want to rate teams 1 through 10, you want to rate us a 5, Jacksonville's a 5. You want to rate us a 6, Jacksonville's a 6. You want to rate us a 4, Jacksonville's a 4. We are evenly matched with this team. All right, they basically trying to do. They got Doug Peterson. He already got a ring. That's Super Bowl credentials right there. You know, he had a year off. He's coming back. You got Trevor Lawrence, who was everybody's number 1 pick for 3 years at Clemson. You know what I mean? He could have came out, if the rules would allow it, he would have came out after his freshman year and been the number 1 pick in the draft. He had an okay season last year. He got better as the year went on a bad team with a bad coaching staff and a bad head coach. Got James Robinson coming back.
Paul, you got to pause for a second. We got to pause for a second. You got to take your hat off. You got to take your hat off. Rio Robinson is in the building. Sir, we appreciate you. Shout out. Thank you, sir.
F you, Rio.
And he also, he's got you too. He said, shout out. He said, F you and F you to my boy. There you go. See, there you go. Sir, we appreciate you. We appreciate you. Sir, I will see you on Sunday, bright and early, reporting for duty. So
hey, Rio's my guy, man. Rio's my guy.
Rio is our guy.
Appreciate it. With his Schmeedy Commander shirts. I love
man.
him though.
No, hey man, you know he get that. You know he got that. You know he get that. That's the cut he gets every month. So you know that's what he gets.
Hey, well, you know the way we do offensive linemen, they don't have to go to camp. They don't have to come to practice, get a starting spot. We might as well suit up Rio too. Rio, he probably can fill in their guard and do a good job too.
Here, let me ask you this since you brought it up too. Starting lineup projected on the flip card right now is Cosme, Trey Turner, Roulier, Norwell, Charles Leno. Do you have any problem there?
You know what my problem is. I just
didn't
said
ask you that.
it. Why the hell is Trey Turner starting, man?
Come on.
Why is he starting?
Talk to me.
Bro, he missed the whole preseason and the majority of the practices, and you pencil him in as your starter? Come on, man. That's a bad joke.
That is? I think
so. You know what I mean? Three linemen walked into the ball. That's a bad joke, bro. Like, come on, we got Schweitzer there. You know what I mean? You got Sadiq Charles there. This dude missed the whole entire preseason with an injury.
And as a starter.
I'm starting to feel like it was just a veteran not wanting to go through training camp. That's what I'm really feeling about this guy.
And they did talk about during preseason about it being a a pitch count, which I'm like,
so it was a pitch count.
Yeah, I was like, why you
start whoever's healthy, start who's healthy, and rotate the man in.
So this is what, and also to that too, I don't have a problem with this. Is what makes me confident in Carson Wentz is he hasn't even played. This will be the first time he's going to play with all 5 of these guys in front of him. You and I have talked about this off the air, that we wish he could have been, he could have had a little bit more. He could have had a little bit more opportunities to be throwing the ball.
A little bit more work in the preseason.
But what he put out there in front of that offensive line, I'm like, I got a little hope. I've got hope. I have hope for him.
Listen, man, I had hope for Carson when we signed him. I just didn't like the whole logistics of it all.
Right.
But as far as him being a quarterback, man, like I said, the proof is in the pudding on Sunday. I don't have a bad feeling about none of these players. Even I just talked trash about Trey Turner. It's not really about Trey Turner. It's the logistics of it all. If you're saying the man been hurt the whole preseason, he ain't played, he ain't practiced for the majority of the practices. He's on a pitch count. Well, start the healthy guy. Matt has proved that he's going to get the guys ready to go. So start the healthy guy and then rotate him in on some series. Let him get his feet wet. Let him get that, some pounding. You know what I mean? Instead of just throwing him in there to start, a lot of these players he had no callus to this season.
Yep. Yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, I don't have no problem with the players. It's the logistics and the politics that these coaches are doing. Ron being the main guy, that's pissing me off.
Here you go. And I'll play devil's advocate here, which I don't disagree with anything you're saying. But technically, if Matsko is putting out or thinking he's putting out his best players, the 2 guards that you have starting were his guards during that Super Bowl season. So,
what have you done for me lately?
But that's and that goes back to what you said about the politics of everything, right?
There
you go. And Rio just said it here too. He said Trey's starting off past resume and familiarity. Yeah. It's a politics.
So is John Bostic. He's familiarity too. Familiarity with being a bum.
And Bobby McCain. Bobby McCain too.
God,
yeah, and
Bobby I still don't understand why that spot wasn't open competition in training camp, man.
Yeah.
The Can't Get Right Junior.
Playbook ain't opening until Sunday. Wentz about to fry. I love it, man. I love it. Let's see here.
Yeah, I'm a real on that, man. Yeah. I got the utmost confidence in Carson Wentz, bro.
Hey, y'all, if y'all check out my Instagram page, I saw an NFL meme today, and it says, "Imagine getting hyped for this season, and your quarterback is this," and it showed Geno Smith. I'm like, y'all, it could always be worse for y'all Carson Wentz haters. It can always be worse.
Hey, listen, it's an easy narrative to talk about Carson Wentz, to bag on Carson Wentz. Because I'm going to tell you something I just thought about, right? There was a quarterback, right, who choked in the last game of the season, choked away a playoff berth against a team that had nothing to play it for, and then in the offseason signed a $90 million plus guaranteed deal. Then came back in the next season and choked away another playoff berth for another team, and nothing is said about this man.
Does this man wear purple? Does he wear purple?
Man, you know he wears purple. I ain't gonna say his name. You already know what I'm talking about. Nothing is negative said about him. So then we got a quarterback who had a positive season last year, 20 plus touchdowns, under 10 interceptions, right? And nobody has nothing good to say about him. And that's only because he's guilty by association because he's in Washington.
Yeah.
When is the last time any of these people have even picked the Washington organization, the Redskins, the football team, the Commanders? When is the last time that any of these people has picked this team to even have a winning record?
Ain't been
a winning record. It's been a minute.
Well,
so anything anybody associate with this team is going to be spoken of in a negative light, and it's an easy negative. But let's not act like Carson Wentz is a bum. He's not.
No, he's not.
He got a lot of good things going for him.
So let me ask you this, and I'm gonna leave this open to everybody. And JP Finley tweeted about this. I don't remember last year these people that are so low on Carson Wentz, but they were so high on Ryan Fitzpatrick. And Ryan Fitzpatrick has done nothing in the NFL. Absolutely nothing. When you go and compare it to what Carson has done in his little bit of time compared to that long history. And all we would hear is look at his QBR.
Can I answer that?
Go ahead.
Can I answer that?
Go ahead. You can't. Look at the Raiders game. There you go.
Okay, I'm going to say this. It wasn't even about Ryan Fitzpatrick last year. Everybody was excited about the defense.
Yep.
Chase Young, Montez Sweat, Allen, Payne. Everybody was excited about the defense last year. So the whole narrative was this defense is going to be killer. All they need is a quarterback not to lose it for them. So it was positive talk around Fitzpatrick. And he's shown in spurts that he could be Fitzmagic, but he's really Fitztragic. So it wasn't really more or less about a missing piece in the quarterback. It was more about a quarterback not going down the tank on a defense that was supposed to be one of the greatest defenses of all times with the 4 number 1 picks. And Chase Taylor supposed to be defensive MVP in the making.
There you go. Let me get you. Can I skip this and James will flip to the defense side of the ball? Who's going to have Warpath? Who's going to have Sweat, man? So I guess he's going to be like, who is going to be the opposite of Sweat right now? And it looks like it's going to be James Smith-Williams and Casey Toohill is going to back up Sweat. Shaka Tony. We're going to see because this man is high on Shaka Tony. He loves him some Shaka Tony. I love it.
You know why? Because he put pressure on the quarterback. And really, he would be starting if I was a defensive coach. I want the guy that's going to get to the quarterback.
Right. Let's see here.
Not the guy that's going to drop in his zone. I want the guy that's going to go to the quarterback.
Right. I hear you. Right to the quarterback. That's where he goes. We got a lot of Penn Staters on this team now.
But I'm telling you, the key is going to be stopping James Robinson and Travis Etienne. That's going to be the key.
Yeah. And let's see here. Trey was showing up just to get fresh fits off and see y'all week one. Lord have mercy. Bostic puts the mid and middle linebacker. Well, that's why they moved him to that outside. They got him right now as Jamin's backup.
Hey, Corey, give me odds on Trey Turner finishing the game on Sunday.
I think he'll finish it.
You think he'll finish it?
I'll give him a 75% chance. How about that?
I give him a 45% chance.
Okay, there we go. What do y'all think? Also, nobody answered the trivia question we had, but it was, who was it, Paulie?
Jack Del Rio?
It was not Jack Del Rio. Jack Del Rio was the head coach. Randy Jordan caught a 60-some-plus yard catch from Mark Brunell. Oh, no, I think
I didn't even know Randy Jordan played with
it was Steve. It might have been Steve Berline. It was either Brunell or Steve Berline, one of the two. I don't remember who it was. But in Jacksonville.
But Del Rio played for Jacksonville, didn't he?
No, he did not. He coached for him.
He didn't play for Del Rio? Okay. Who did he play for? Raiders?
He's played for that. He played for Dallas.
He played with the Cowboys.
Played for Minnesota.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Minnesota.
yeah.
Okay,
I think he was with the Saints
okay.
too. I think he may have been with the Saints for a year, on the back tail of his career. Pause.
He made his name in Minnesota though.
Yeah. Let's see here. And Wentz is so much better than what we. Yeah, absolutely. No lies about
Yo,
that.
Wentz is a quality quarterback.
He is.
He's a quality quarterback. Everybody talk about 2017. No, 2019 is where I gained my respect for Carson Wentz.
Let's just say it like this. If Carson Wentz had went to, well, I don't know, maybe Pittsburgh, the narrative would be very different. The narrative
Very different.
It would be different.
Pittsburgh, as in Super Bowl contenders.
Yeah, they would be like, oh, he takes him over to the top. He can win the division. He probably can win you a couple of playoff games.
Listen, why? Because Pittsburgh, they're going to bring that defense, but the same narrative they had about us last year with Fitzpatrick and our defense.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. And you hearing it from the horse's mouth. Turner will have to have a balance. Yeah, he's going to have to run the ball. You said your horse now? Yeah, I can't stop yelling. This is my speaking voice. Yes, we had Sexy Rexy in the storm.
This is my speaking voice.
No, I can't stop yelling. Wentz will have a great season. Let's see. That's why we should have coached up SJSM. But how? Oh my gosh!
Hey, Terry McLaurin over under 100 yards receiving.
I don't like their corners. I'll go over on that.
Over 100 yards. I give him 117 in the touchdown.
What's up, Luke? He said, I miss you guys on the radio. Hey, man. Yeah, I be working half the time. Paulie don't ever work. He owns stock and
Hey, I'm always working. You know what I mean?
He's always him and he has Chris Russell on speed dial, so he can just cuss him out every day in the middle of the day.
Hey, man, somebody got to do it. It's a dirty job. Somebody got to do it.
There you go. I was never on Fitzpatrick's train. I actually thought that they were trying to tank. Oh, well, you got to be good to tank, right? And this was a 7-9 team. Like I will always say this. Everybody says we need to tank. We need to tank. We're not good, boys and girls. Like they like right now. As of
we've been tanking for 30 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we just not good.
We can't afford to be tanking, man. It's bad enough we got a losing culture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's time to put the peanut butter to the jelly.
Yep, and make it sticky. So we look at let's take a look at Jacksonville here and what they got going on their roster. And I'm
James Robinson and Travis Etienne. That's the key. You got to stop the running game. Make them one-dimensional. I take my chances with what's the man, Christian Kirk and Marvin Jones Jr. You know what I mean? And Trevor Lawrence. Come on, man. I take my chances with them before I let them go roughshod with Brandon Sheriff.
Let's take a look.
The rest of the guys. Who else they signed? They signed another lineman too.
They
put emphasis into giving Trevor Lawrence some guys up front to protect him because he was running for his life last year.
He was running. He was running like the preacher's running for Jesus. But anyway, so we take a look at this. This is Jacksonville's side of the flip card. They're projected starting offensive lineman, and they spent a lot. They spent the most money on free agents in the history of the league. And you look at this, they bring back Marvin Jones from last year, but now they add Christian Kirk, who really we can blame is the guy who raised the price up for Terry. He was, I mean, he's an all right receiver. I don't know.
Don't say that.
He's all right. He's okay.
No, he didn't raise the price. Terry got what Terry was supposed to get.
He raised the price. He helped restructure the market. I like Zay Jones, man. I think Zay Jones is a burner. Number 7. We seen him last year with the Raiders. He was cooking up people. So I mean,
hey,
that's an opportunity.
That was the guy that Bobby McCain passed interference at the end of the game, was it? Did they call?
Yes.
Yeah.
He
left the whole secondary in the dust.
Yep. Zay Jones. So we may see that again. Luke says, y'all too Y'all two was legends on the Travis Thomas experience. Yeah, Paulie was a
That's
legend.
Travis Thomas, man.
We miss Trav. We
He
miss
in
Trav.
Boston.
Yeah, Boston.
He in Boston.
And then you talk about James Robinson. Travis Etienne is back. This will be his first
Listen, man.
NFL
That's the
game.
MVP of that offense, man. James
Really?
Robinson. Yes, man. He's been their best offensive player the past 2 seasons, man. I know. I had him on my fantasy team both years. I was hurt when he blew out his Achilles. Yeah, I'm telling you. That's the man. That's the guy that we gotta watch. And then and that's a 1-2 punch. You know what I mean? When Robinson gives them in strength and power, Etienne gives them. Am I saying his name right?
Etienne
gives them, gives them that quickness, that speed. You know what I mean? And he got a lot to prove too, coming back from that injury. So we got 2 hungry running backs with an improved offensive line going against a defense that hasn't stopped the run since Richie Pettibone was the defensive coordinator.
And you talk about in last year, James Robinson, 767 yards on the ground, 8 touchdowns. He was actually the 3rd leading receiver on Jacksonville last year. Also, he had 31 touches for 222 yards.
And I was going to say, he has decent hands out the backfield.
There Definitely. You go. You always have to have good hands in the backfield.
Always. Very important.
Excuse me. No, I lied. I lied. They had it. He was not the 3rd leading receiver. I apologize. So Marvin Jones was the leading receiver last year. So they returned him 800 some yards, 4 touchdowns.
And he's a solid professional receiver, man. Always liked him when he was in Detroit.
Chanel. And he was also in Cincinnati. That's where he got to start at too, and that's what got him paid. But like I say, he's a quality guy. Chanel, who's no longer there, he was their 2nd leading receiver last year, which was interesting. No other receiving threat on the roster outside of DJ Shark, and
he's hurt.
Yeah, he's hurt. He's not even on the team anymore.
But can I say this though?
Go ahead.
Don't we have to kind of give them a mulligan on offense with the whole Urban Meyer fiasco experience? Them numbers is kind of skewed. I think so, man. We talking about a whole different animal than Doug Peterson. Because when he was with Philly, man, he had that offense humming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's under the tree of Andy Reid.
Yeah. But James Robinson, like you said, that offense was working through him. Trevor Lawrence, which we know what that guy was in college, he didn't have the best season. But he started every game. He had every game, took his lumps. Season, took his lumps. He averaged under 60% completion rating, which I thought this was interesting too. 3,600 yards passing. He threw 12 touchdowns compared to 17 interceptions. While that plus and minus is not that good, it's also not that bad for a rookie. To be honest,
not bad at all for a rookie on a bad team.
Yeah, and he was sacked. How many times was he sacked?
With bad leadership.
Yep.
Come on, man. Jay Gruden was the head coach. I was the offensive coordinator. Enough said.
No, Gruden was the offense. He wasn't the offense coordinator last year. He was the offense coordinator the year before last.
Oh, the year before that? Okay,
yeah.
Okay. You're right. Well, Doug Marrone. You're right. You're right. My fault.
Yeah. Bevel was the offense coordinator.
Darrell Bevel.
Yeah.
Okay. He's a solid guy. But the problem with Jacksonville was it was all, we know what it was. It was Urban Meyer. Hey, come on.
And y'all think about it too. This was a team last year that snuck up on a couple of people. Buffalo, right?
The Colts put the Colts out the playoffs.
They put the Colts out the playoffs. Actually played a real good game in Indianapolis, which they could have possibly won that game too, but they didn't. And then who else did they beat last year? Let's take a look at this. They beat Miami. Miami wasn't a bad team last year.
Going on the defensive side of the ball, they got the pass rusher.
Right.
My man from Georgia. What's his name? Walker.
Trayvon Walker. They bring back Josh Allen.
I liked everything I seen from him in preseason. You know what I mean? Hey, go get the quarterback.
Yep. Devin Lloyd is there this year too on defense. So they got a lot. They've got young guys in
Young,
this group.
fast,
Mm-hmm.
young, and I was listening to I went and checked out a couple of press conferences from Mike
Mm-hmm.
Caldwell, and the one thing he preaching is attack, attack, attack. So they're gonna come after the quarterback. They're not sitting back. They're not trying to read and react. They're trying to get athletes on the field and tell them to go.
And then y'all look at it also too. Olakuno, who was on Jacksonville's, was on Atlanta's team last year. He had almost 200 tackles to his register.
Okay.
So the guy can tackle. So the one thing that they can prove is if they're gonna wrap you up. Like that's the thing. So you're gonna have to figure out a way to miss. Hopefully you get play action involved, which we know that young guys can be susceptible.
Another
to
key
that.
thing, and I'm not familiar with the guys they had listed, but I'm familiar with our guys.
Yeah.
And your guy, the Sly guy, Joey Sly can't be missing chip shot
he can't
field
be
goals
excited.
and
That
extra
was the
points,
worst.
man.
That
exactly.
Yes.
That was some BS. That was some BS beyond. That was BS. Worse than they haven't had many snaps together. When he was talking about Cheeseman last year with Hopkins, well, they got to get the battery together. Like, come on, man. No, the man missed the kick. Period.
Yeah. So it's a good team. I think the line has went down to 2.5 points. I still think that's going to be plus money before kickoff because I think people are betting they are hammering the Jaguars. Yeah, so I think that line is going to go down even more for Washington. I think people should probably jump on that probably before kickoff. But if I was making any investments in that, but that's none of my business. So we look at it here. What's the matchup you looking forward to between Jacksonville and our boys?
I mean, I've been saying it all damn near the whole show. The running game in Jacksonville offensive line versus our defensive line and linebackers.
There you go.
They're our front seven versus their front seven. Okay. To me, that's where the game's gonna come. I think we're gonna do enough. I think we're gonna move the ball. I see us putting points on the board, but can we stop their running game?
Yeah.
And Doug Peterson is a supreme play caller. He knows how to game plan. He knows how to attack a team weaknesses. You know what I mean? And hey, look, we ain't bringing no new players. No. We ain't bringing no new coaches. So anything he want to see, he could just look right on film from the past 2 years, especially last year.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not that hard to scout us coming into this game, as far as offense going against our defense.
Yeah.
So right now it's about us executing, stuffing that run, and getting to Trevor Lawrence, making a move. We need him running, throwing on the run, not sitting in the pocket, and possibly. I don't know what's going on with our quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was lack of pass rush or these guys just wasn't that good last year. I don't know, but we're definitely going to see on Sunday because, again, we made no changes in the secondary nor on the defense in a positive aspect. So, I don't know. Up front, man, that's where it's always me. It always starts up front, though.
Peterson and Don says Peterson knows Wentz and his tendencies.
Wentz ain't playing linebacker or cornerback, man.
But and I'm gonna say this too. Wentz knows Peterson's offense. There you go. So it's a two-way. It's a two-way street because they were rookies in the same year, head coach and quarterback. So I mean that's a two-way street right there. My matchup. I'm just gonna make it real quick. I mentioned it earlier. It's the secondary versus their wide receivers. It's cornerback on wide receiver. I mentioned Zay Jones, Christian Kirk, Marvin Jones. The two people that really worry me in that core is Marvin Jones and Zay Jones, the Jones boys. I think if you let him get loose and you don't keep Zay Jones in check, it's going to be a long day. It's going to be a very long day, whether it's they cutting up in the middle with Bobby McCain up there, or if he's going one-on-one in the slot with somebody. And this is where I would kind of think that maybe this is the type of guy you'd want to keep Kendall Fuller on instead of Juice. But I mean, that's
Hey,
up
let me
to.
ask you this. Tell
Go
me
ahead.
how you feel about. I don't know if this was just for some preseason look
Uh-huh.
or what, but I'm not feeling Juice in the slot
No, I'm
and
not. I
Kendall on the
never felt
outside.
it. No, I thought he played very well on the outside when he was healthy last year. I think that's where he needs to go. I think that Kendall, his success when he was young, like when we drafted him out of Virginia Tech, it was playing in the slot. Where was his success at when they won the Super Bowl in Kansas City? He was playing in the slot. Where should he
Uh,
be playing? Go. He
I
needs
I
to
don't
go back.
know. I don't know about the. I think Kansas City he was playing all over the
Mhm.
field, but I think since he came back to us, his success hasn't been in the slot. So I think that's might what the problem might be.
But you look at it too. They put him on Mike Jones last year on the outside. I'm not Mike Jones. Our favorite wide. You and I's probably favorite wide receiver in the NFL, and Mike Evans.
Oh yeah.
Uh, and he bullied him on the outside. And
I mean,
it
he's a
could be
smaller
size,
corner. I
yeah.
mean, that
But
happens.
still, you gotta have. Sometimes not the size of the dog. It's the in the fight.
It's
It's the fight in the dog. So it's the size of the fight in the dog. Right or wrong?
right. You're 100% right.
Hawk, shout out again with the super chat, brother. Appreciate you. I think y'all are missing Evan Ingram carving us up. Hawk, what kind of drugs are you on right now? I
Hey,
didn't
listen,
know it was
man.
Thanksgiving. I didn't know it was Thanksgiving. I didn't know we was
Listen.
having turkeys carved. Go ahead.
Hey, listen. I say this about what Hawk just said though, bro. We ain't stopped the tight end since
I
God
get
bless the dead. Sean Taylor was here, so he has a point with that Harlem Shake.
he's on a
Hawk.
new team, y'all. Oh, he's on a new team. Okay, all right. He on a new team. Okay, I still don't. Evan Ingram. I don't fear him. New attitude, new money.
Yeah, man. I don't fear him neither, but our defense make the average tight end look
Yeah,
like
you're right. You're right.
you know what I mean, look like
You are right. I
Jason
hear you.
Witten or anybody else that's good out there. They
Let's
used to be
see.
good
I
or
want to.
whatever.
I want to look at this. I want to see some of his. Here we go. Let's take a look at the great former Jets
Hawk,
tight end.
Hawk, we appreciate the $1.99. We
We
really
do.
do.
I did.
In
I
this
said
deal.
thank you.
But man, you spend $1.99 to make that point, bro.
We exactly.
I
Look.
mean,
I
come
will
on.
never.
All the
Hawk.
points you could have
Hawk.
made.
Hold on.
You want to talk
Hold
about
on. Hold on.
Evan Ingram,
Hold on.
bro?
Hold on. Hold on. Hawk. That does not represent on the warpath. I appreciate your support, bro. Whatever point you want to make, whatever dollar denomination you want to do, you keep on doing it, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Now back to the peanut gallery.
Like
Yes.
I
Anyway.
said, you gonna spend that money.
Yeah. See, he can't. He won't stop. He just won't stop, y'all. Like this is like he forgets. It's a different show. He can't be doing this. We will take him off. Let's try it. He gonna act right this time. Let's check and see.
Evan Ingram.
Oh God, I can't stand Paul.
Yo, come on, Hawk family. He know I'm
Yeah,
messing with him, man.
I know he is.
Hell to
I
the
know.
W, Hawk.
Let's see
F
here.
you too.
Let's see here. Let's see. Evan Ingram. Like Hawk, I'm just gonna give you this and give you these numbers. These are all of Evan Ingram's games against Washington that he's played. And going back the last 4 years. He had 5 targets, 1 reception, 4 yards with last time they played with the Giants, which was the Jake Fromm game. So they weren't completing passes. Also, he didn't play week 2 last year. He had 5 receptions, 10 targets, 48 yards, and a touchdown against us in that 23-20 game that Alex Smith returned in. I mean, I think his best game was 3 receptions, 77 yards, and a blowout against us, 40-6 back in 2018. It's Evan Ingram. I mean, that is one guy that we found us. Now, if you want to come out and tell me about Chris Manhertz, yes, that's a hell of a name too. Chris Manhertz, Luke Farrell doing something to us, Dan Arnold. I'll be right there with you, bro. Evan Ingram, I ain't worried about him. I ain't worried about him. Washington steps Evan Ingram. I get it. He's got sunshine throwing the ball. He had a 2-time Super Bowl champion throwing him the ball. Let's see here. I'm just saying. Y'all gonna get us start talking about Evan Ingram. Hawk, you have literally got us talking about Evan Ingram. I spent more time on Evan Ingram than I have ever spent on in my life, and I blame you for this, sir. But we love you, fam. We do. Anyway, yeah, I don't. He ain't it. Now, look, and then I say this now, and then he gonna score a touchdown against. You're like, what I tell you, Corey? What I tell you? I'll be waiting for it. I'll be waiting for it Monday when I get back down here. But we're gonna wait. Paulie's kind of screwed my last segment up that we were gonna do because we're gonna do a picks. We're back with the picks, right? So we got 7 games that we're gonna take a look at here. I think then we're gonna take 9, starting with tomorrow, and we will be back. I'll be here tomorrow night, Monday night, Thursday night football. We'll be here for the opener, doing play-by-play. Come on, join, be fun. You know we're gonna do that. But I always ask the question. I'll ask y'all this in the comments, so leave your thoughts. Washington wins if, and this is what I'm gonna say. I think Washington wins the ball game if we get off the field on 3rd down defensively. I think a lot of this will have to do with the defense. I'm not too concerned about the offense, but there are some question marks I have. But Washington will win if the defense is getting pressure to Trevor Lawrence, and they're getting that offense off the field on 3rd down and stopping them on 4th down. Washington wins the game if that happens. Paulie, Washington wins if. Shout out Kevin Sheehan.
Washington wins the game
If
they score 31 points.
Okay.
They score 31 points. I don't care what else they do, they're gonna win. 3rd down defense, we know they've been talking about it all offseason. That's key, of course. Washington wins the game if we win the turnover battle.
There you go. According to Hawk, that's what he says.
And if Gibson do not fumble the ball in a key situation, which I don't think he will, because I got the utmost positively outlook and attitude towards my man Gibson, man.
He's gonna be cussing my Monday morning on 980. Anyway, Washington wins if I feel the vitriol in that if too, Don. They control the clock and don't turn over the ball. I raised Paulie's 35 points. Okay, at
35 points.
Okay.
You asking a lot. 5 touchdowns. That's why I gave him 4 on the field goal, and then Joey Sly missed.
Joey Sly, he's a pretty fly for a kicker guy. So now we bring back our lovely, lovely pick section here. Usually it's a 6-pick, but it's week 1. So it's a 6-pack of picks, but we're going to do a little bit. We're going to have a 6-pack and a little extra here because I thought there were some pretty good games listed. So we start out, we don't do this game because, we already know what we're going to do. Buffalo opens up the game, opens up the season. Buffalo is at Los Angeles, the Rams, and the Rams are +2.5 underdogs.
Woo!
With an over-under of 52 points. What you thinking, Paulie?
Who said was underdog again? The Rams?
Rams are 2.5 point underdog.
2.5 points, man. Give me Buffalo in the over.
Buffalo.
That offense is always ready to go.
Buffalo and the over. Buffalo and the over for Paulie. Okay, let's go here.
The offense is always ready to go,
Buffalo
man.
and the over. So I like Buffalo in this game. I think it's going to be a good score. I think it's going to be a good scoring game for them. So I like them there.
I don't. Just off the strength of Stafford's coming off an injury.
You took the over.
Yeah, because Buffalo's going to score.
That's what I said. I thought it was going to be a good game. I just said Buffalo.
No, you were saying as far as it was going to be a good game. I don't really see it being a good game.
Good game for them.
Oh, okay. My fault, Petty. Calm down.
Pump your brakes.
It's all good, man.
Listen, this is my show.
Hawk, $1.99 by Evan Ingram. Are you serious?
Mm-hmm. Man, my gosh, you say with the receivers always. Oh my gosh. And so with all the money, we better throw 500 yards. I hear you. Washington wins if we start fast, get sacks, get off the field on third downs, and have a balanced offensive play call. There you go. Rick,
Who is
Rick,
that?
hold on. Time out. Rick, are you back on the train, bro? Rick is on the train.
Of course he's on the train, man.
You think we're going to win more than 6 games now, Rick?
Of course he's on the train, man. It's 0-0.
No. Rick was doubting. He was struggling. He's been putting in the comments. He's been struggling. Rick, welcome back.
It's 0-0 though.
Welcome
keep
back.
Hope alive.
Okay, keep it. Jesse Jackson. Next game we got on here. It's a sellout in Motown for the first time in like 2 years. Philadelphia goes up to Detroit.
What up, though?
Shout out to my family and the Detroit Lions faithful. One pride, which that's kind of confusing there. But anyway, who wins in Detroit? Detroit's +4, and the over-under set at 48 and a hook. What do you got? Which way are you going?
Well, this is a good game. This is a good matchup. What up, though? Detroit Lions. I can't do it as much as I want to do it, man. I gotta go with the Eagles on this one, man. I gotta go with the Eagles and the under. I don't see them putting up a lot of points. Well, what was that? What was that? The total again?
48 and a hook.
48 and a hook. You know, it's early on, man. Give me the Eagles in the over.
Eagles and the over.
Eagles in the over.
I'm just gonna say this. Last year, Detroit opened up at home against San Francisco, dropped 31 points on them in a comeback effort. 41-33. I think they're re-energized. I like Detroit. I look like what they're trying to do there.
I like Detroit too. I do too.
Screw the damn points. Give me Detroit in the money line.
I'm
going. Oh!
What up, though?
Ice cream man.
What up, though?
Give me the Motor City Mains myself. Give them to me. They will not be found on the road dead. Ford Field, they sold it out. They're going to be ready. All that Honolulu blue, they're going to be excited. They're going to rock and roll.
My thing with them, I equal your enthusiasm about Detroit. You know this. Know this.
I know.
But I don't think they know how to win yet.
Right.
So I see this. I see the. Hold on. What was the points again?
+4.
+4. Tell you what. I'm gonna change that.
Come on.
Give me Detroit and the points.
Okay.
Yeah, because I see this coming. I see this coming down to a field goal game, man. They don't know how to win yet. You know what I mean? So I see the Eagles kicking the field goal to win.
You said the over too, right? Or you said the under?
Yeah, I got the over on that though.
Over.
Definitely keeping with the over.
Detroit. Okay, and I'm taking Detroit ML. I ain't picking no totals in that game. Anyway, so also we got another NFC East matchup. The Giants go to Tennessee. They are Tennessee is -5.5 point favorites. Over under set at 43.5.
Okay. The Giants are what? Plus what?
Plus 5 and hook.
Give me Giants in the under, man. One thing the Giants do is play defense. There's nothing at all explosive about Tennessee.
No,
I
don't think so.
The Giants are not as bad as everybody's trying to make them out to be. I don't think, at least.
I think, I feel that way about the Giants, and I feel that way about Philadelphia, and the opposite of that. I don't think they're as good. I saw Chris Sims saying that they could be in the NFC Championship game this year. I'm like, I'm like the Black Tim Tebow still can fit. It's still
no. I like Tennessee though. To me though, they're a throwback Redskin team. They get better as the season goes along. Mm-hmm. Not saying they're gonna struggle early. I'm just saying I like Mike Vrabel. He's one of the best coaches in the league. But I think it's going. Teams already know what to do to stop Tennessee right now, and that's stack that lineup and make on your man throw the ball. You know what I mean? So. And they lost A.J. Brown. I don't know who's on the other side. You know what I mean? So they're a one-dimensional team at the moment. You know what I mean? But I like Tennessee. And look, but you're right though. But what it is about that is, look, nothing as good as it seems, nothing as bad as it seems. But somewhere in between, reality falls.
There you go.
Now I know y'all heard this before on my man Louis T show, but I only say that because look, Louis from the 757, and we both happen to play for the same defensive coordinator who's the head coach over at Lake Taylor High School in Norfolk. Shout out them boys. You know what I mean? And that was his famous saying before every game, after every game, win or lose, and it holds true. You know what I mean? So I'm with you on that one. I'm not believing the hype on the Eagles, and I ain't believing all the downfall about the Giants.
5 is a small total for me. I think the Giants are going to be competitive in this game, but at the end of the day, it's in Nashville. I think I'm going to take the Titans down there. It's tough to win in Nashville.
That might be the best thing for the Giants, though, to open up on the road.
Yeah. Could be quite. But I'm going to take Tennessee. Yeah, I'm going to take Tennessee in that one. I'll take them in that 5.5 because that'll probably go down by the time we might go down, might go up, but right now 5.5. And these lines are all on CBS Sports. That's where I got them from. There's no sponsorship, but if y'all know anybody who wants to sponsor, let me know. Shout out. Rick says no, 6 games until they show me something. Okay, all right, then that's fair. I respect that.
I'll tell you what, the first 6 games, it will really show you something. Because there's some matches up there.
Baker Mayfield opens up at home against his former club, the ex-girlfriend, the Cleveland Browns, as they massage their way in the Bank of America Stadium. The Panthers are a 1.5 favorite, over under set at 43 even.
Give me Cleveland and give me Cleveland in the plus money with
Cleveland
give me Cleveland. Line? Yeah, give me Cleveland money line. Yeah, you're right. It's only 1 point word. Give me Cleveland money line.
With Jacoby Brissett.
They still got Nick Chubbs.
Fair.
You know what I mean? They still got what's my man out there on Rome in the defense?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I think it's going to take Myles Garrett. I think it's going to take Carolina a couple of games to figure out what they want to do on offense.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You know what I Mean? We don't know Mr. Glass McCafferty. We don't know how long he's going to hold up. And Cleveland got a good defense, man. Give me Cleveland money line.
The NFL.
I take the under on that, though.
Yeah, I do like the under in that. Also, the NFL knew what they were doing when they scheduled this game week 1. And this was before everything. I think they did. I think they knew. They knew what they were doing.
They didn't. Baker wasn't even traded yet when the schedule came out.
They knew. They knew though. They knew. There were probably some ramblings. They weren't, and it wasn't with Rio. They were rambling about it.
I guess it was a shot in the dark to take. It was no problem with
Baker Mayfield, and it's hard to root for any one of these teams. It's hard to root for Baker Mayfield. At the end of the day, though, I think he is charged, pumped, ready to go. I think they're going to win this game. Give me the Panthers, and I'll take that 1.5 because that's pretty much that. I mean, if you can't cover that, what are we doing here, boys and girls? So I will go. I think their quarterback position. I think it'll be a low-scoring game, but at the end of the day, I'm taking Cleveland. I'm not taking Cleveland. I'm taking Carolina.
My guy's still out there.
Who's that?
Offensive line coach for Cleveland. Callahan, he's still there?
Yeah, he's still out there.
Give me Cleveland, bro. They're going to run that rock.
There you go.
They're going to run that rock.
Here we go. One of Paulie's favorite people in the world, the Kirk family member, host Green Bay. Minnesota is, and I thought this was a little low for them. I thought this was a little high, but they are plus 1.5 over under set at 47.
Where they playing at?
At Minnesota.
Give me Minnesota money line.
Minnesota on the money line.
Yeah, I mean that's the one team. Regardless of what Green Bay have or don't have, that's the one team that gives Green Bay problems.
I like Minnesota too in that game. I like the over also in that game. I think the points will. I think they're going to beat up the scoreboard in there.
What's the over? What's the total?
47.
40. Oh yeah, give me the over on that one.
47 right there. Kansas City is at Arizona, probably the game of the week on probably the game of the day on Sunday. Arizona is a 6-point dog at home. Over under set at 53.5.
Give me the over.
Over.
Give me the dog.
He give you Arizona.
Give me Arizona.
Arizona plus.
Hey,
6.
Arizona is the early season Super Bowl champions every year, past 2 years.
I like Kansas City, better quarterback out there. I'm just gonna go.
No doubt about that.
I'm just gonna go over on that game. I'm just gonna go to over. I ain't gonna pick a team on that.
How you gonna go over on your own damn show? Pick a team, man.
Like you said, what did you just say? It's my damn show.
Pick a team, man.
I pick a team.
Pick a team. You wait till all these games to say, I'm just going to pick the point.
I'm going to take the over. I'm going to take it. I'll take Kansas City. How about that? I'll take Kansas City
man.
and the overs.
There you go. They got the better quarterback, but I'm gonna stay away from
back, man. Reclaiming my time over here. Come on, focus on me.
I want to recuse my time.
Yeah, reclaiming it here. Las Vegas is at the Chargers. They get
good game here.
-3 favorites are the Chargers. Over under set at 52.
This Monday night?
This is late Sunday, I think.
Late Sunday? Oh man, this game used to be a Monday night classic when I was a kid, bro. Chargers and the Raiders, man. All right, what's that line again? Who's the favorite?
Chargers -3.
Chargers minus. So, give me the Raiders plus the 3. Give me the Raiders plus some 3
Raiders,
points.
LA.
I mean, what the hell is 3 points, man? Let me buy it up to 3.5.
Okay. There you go. I like
what's the over under on it?
Over under is 52.
Give me the over. I think they're gonna put some. There's gonna be some fireworks in this game.
There we go. And let's see here. The Raider. I think it's going. Give me the Chargers in that one at home. I think they're gonna get the revenge after missing out on the playoffs.
I think division games. I think any division games bet the over.
I think you bet the under. I think you bet the under in those.
Think you bet the under? I think you bet the over.
I think you bet the under. Now I'm not an under guy.
I'm just talking about early season. Early season division games. I think you bet the over on.
Yeah. I did say, the Giants game, we could be a backdoor cover too, I think. If possible.
A Levy Smith cover.
There we go. The bearded cover right there. Kirk Cousins cover.
The Levy Smith cover.
Tampa is at Dallas. Dallas is 2.5-point dogs. Over under set at 51.
Who the dogs?
Dallas.
Man, I hate to say this, man, but
yeah,
I
I
don't like nothing about Tampa Bay's offseason.
I don't
nothing
either.
about the offseason.
I don't either, bro.
I'm gonna have to take Dallas, man, and I will take the under. I don't think it's gonna be a lot of points. You know what I mean? So give me Dallas and then under.
This was a high-scoring game last year in week 1. I like the over in it. I refuse to take Dallas in anything, so I'm not going to pick it.
And I respect you for that. I'm not even gonna say that. But my thing is Brady, man. Brady having Giselle
I
problems.
agree with you. Yeah, that's what I said. I'm just taking the over.
When you 40 plus years old, you can't be having problems at home. There's clearly leaking out to the field that you're not even showing up for 2 weeks.
There you go. That's it. Yeah. So we got, and those were the games we do. Next week we'll have 6 games, but I thought week 1
on the flip side of that, he could try to go up and tell Giselle to shove it up her. You know what? I'm Tom Brady, and this is what I do. You know what I mean?
Pause.
And saying that, give me Tampa, man. You ain't picking no damn Dallas. Give me Tampa and Tom Brady.
Yeah, someone was in that black and mild.
Proving to Giselle a point. Proving Giselle a point. I'm Tom Brady. Yachts.
This is a family show, but anyway.
I said
I just can't.
I said E.
Yeah. Well, you leaving it up to imagination. But anyway,
Rick James,
bitch. Anyway,
Charlie. This is your show.
Yeah, this is my show. This is my show. It's my show.
It is your show.
Y'all, this is fun as always. Paul, appreciate you.
Hey man, thank you,
coming
man. I
by.
appreciate you, man. You know
Yeah,
it.
always,
Hey man,
bro.
real soon. Hey man, y'all be on the lookout real soon. Water Boy Show, man. You know, me and my man G from the shop, man. We got some things coming for you, man. Real soon. I
And
promise you that.
hopefully the damn shirts will fit when they do it too.
I promise you that, man. I
Okay,
promise
as
you
long
that.
as I need to get a shirt. You want me to send my shirt back so I can
How
get
about I just
another?
send you a hat, bro?
Yeah,
You
send me a
good with
hat.
that?
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
just send you a hat,
yeah.
man.
Just send me a hat, and I wear
I
the
got
Water
you.
Boys.
I
I be
got
like
you.
Doc Walker can get his shirt to fit and everything.
Well,
But
you know what, Doc Walker, you know, he my guy. I'm just leave it alone. You my guy. I'm just leave it alone. I'm gonna send you a hat. All
there you
right,
go.
okay.
Yeah, make sure I take a
All right.
size 8. If it's fitted, I take a size 8. So
I'm gonna make sure it's a universal fit. You know what I mean? A Scott Jackson fit where you can get it. If you need it large, you can get triple large. If you need it
hell, you know
small, you
what
can
they
get it triple
say.
small. You know.
You know what they say. They love the big head. So there you go. You gotta have something to cover that big head during the
Shout out
draft.
Scott Jackson, man.
Pause.
Big head, man. Pause.
But yeah, hey, come back here tomorrow night. It's almost today anyway. About 8:05. Get ready for Sunday night football, Thursday night football, the opener. Bills, Rams. I'll be here. Come by, pull up. We're gonna have a good time. And then on Sunday, we're gonna be live from the parking lot. As we're gonna do a stream right there in the parking lot and meet with some of our content creators, get some predictions from them, eat some food, have a good time before we go into the game.
Hold on,
And
what kind of homeboy shopping network is this, man? You going in the parking lot? You ain't going in the stadium to watch the game?
more money, more money, more money. That's what we got. Yeah, I'm gonna listen to the radio. I'm gonna turn on Bram and
You
Julie
gonna
and
turn
London
on
Fletcher.
Bram? Okay.
There's a
Oh
funny
man.
story I got to tell you this about a guy I knew who went to the Super Bowl in Miami, and the ticket, he didn't want to pay the ticket price. He listened to the game in the radio outside the Super Bowl stadium, outside in Miami.
He was there.
He was there, but he wasn't there.
He was there.
Anyway, y'all, Sanchez 405. I appreciate y'all. Also, make sure y'all check out, if you don't have it yet, download the Rave Sports app. I'll be moderating the chat in there while I'm at the game as well. So y'all come and pull up. Make sure you check out the Water Boys, check out Paulie and everything like that. Angie from the shop, man, you already know. Sanchez
You already
405.
know.
Ensure we keep that same damn energy season. So outlasting bastards together. As always, love, peace, and hail. Till the next time. Somebody please get my damn theme music because I gotta go to bed. Who is that guy? Oh, that's this guy right here. Anyway.
Get it, Tyson.
There you go. Hit it, Tyson. Meow. We didn't get it right. Let's try it one more time. Sorry.